Shadi, good day, and thank you very much for allowing us to come and visit you at your house.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much. All right. Um, why did you decide to open your business?
While I grew up, I liked to bake. And one day I baked. There was a funeral at my sister's home. My uncle was passed away. So I tried to bake the cakes for the people who are attending the funeral.
Mm.
So after that, my sister told me that now, Shad, you are not working, and we ate your cakes was so delicious. Why can't you try to sell them? Maybe you'll get income from them. And then that is why I started to bake and sell. Until now, I become unemployed totally. And then I decided to go to school at pop-up skills at Salvagop.
Okay.
It's where I met Radio Pulpit there because I was doing hospitality. And then one day we were baking. While we were busy baking as some of the training.
Yeah.
Yes. So there just came stuff from Radio Pulpit. Out of that class, I think in that class we were 16. So our facilitator just came to me and said, Shadi, today you are going to represent our school. I said, wow, Vanessa, I can't. No. I don't take no to you. So because I know that you are busy baking and selling at home.
Yeah.
So and at that time I baked the biscuits, and it was so wow than all that was so beautiful and wow than all the cakes and the biscuit of my co-learners.
Yeah.
Yes. So after that, the people who came there from Radio Pulpit, they taste them. They said, no, it was so marvelous and fantastic. And then I carried on with the skills at pop-up until I graduate. Actually, before I graduate, we did a bake competition, cake competition. On that cake competition, I got number 2 because there was this lady who was challenging me because she was working at the bakery at ShopRite. so she always challenged me, but I've tried to make her my friend. Even in my phone, if you can check it, I just written Maria my friend.
Yeah.
Because I just realized that if I can befriend her, I will get something from her that it can help me in future. So after that, we graduated. After graduating, I came home jobless, struggling selling cakes. Sometimes it doesn't work. You know, the business is going up and down.
Yeah.
I started to work at the crèche. One day I was in the crèche, get boring because they were just paying me 700 per month. And then I said, no, man, what must I do? So I told the lady who I was working with her that no, this is not the place that I'm gonna stay because I need money. My children are at tertiary, two of them.
And so you only had 700 rand
I
to survive.
only have 700 rand and the orders that I'm doing for the cake. Sometimes I can make 2,000. That is, it's gonna be easy for me to give my children to go to school. And then when I was sitting there, I think it was on the 15th of May, my facilitator, Vanessa, who was facilitating me in hospitality, called me and said, Shadi, you know, I have a surprise for you, but I don't know if you can take it. I said, no, just talk, I will see. And you know, you have selected at Radio Pulpit so that they want to sponsor you to buy something like stoves to bake and the baking apparatus. I said, wow, that is so good. I can be happy to meet with them. And actually, I'm taking that. Then she said, no, I will call you. Maybe you will come and start that program of cookie jar. It's where they taught me to bake more and more than at hospitality, because at hospitality we're doing most of cooking, not baking. So they take me specifically to the baking cookie jar, to the baking
program.
yes.
Okay.
So.
And how did you feel when you now realized that Radio Pulpit was coming to help you establish your business?
If you have seen me, I was crying, thanking God, crawling on the floor, forgetting that I'm at the work, I'm busy with the children. But fortunately, the children were sleeping. Yes.
Wow.
After dropping the phone, I was crying. And that crying just, it wasn't that, oh, why, I was just happy. And then I didn't have words for God. By that, I just said, oh God, I thank you, because this is what I was looking for. And then after that, I went to my boss the following day. I said, boss, now I'm gonna leave you. She said, no, you can't leave me. How are you gonna leave? I said, no, never mind, but I'm going back to school. And then I've got sponsored. He said, no, you're not going to make it. I said, I'm gonna make it.
Wow.
So I went to school. It's where I got another facilitator. Oh, Danny.
Okay.
Yeah. So he actually taught me about the measurement, because some of the cakes or the biscuits, some of them I didn't know them. Like the chocolate cake, the choc chip, and the Oma Rusk, I didn't make them, but now I can make it. Even the scones and the queen's cake, I was making them, but they was not so delicious like now. So I took that program. It was 3 weeks program.
Yeah.
In that program, there were many people who were coming and tasting our cakes and biscuits. Even though they were saying, whose biscuit is that? They said, Shadi. I said, oh, this biscuit is so delicious. And they started to buy them. Because
from the school?
From the school. Because the school were, after baking, because we were, in that class we were about 17. And then if we baked at least two trays, it's gonna be a lot for a school. So those people who were coming to visit us, I think some of them were the sponsors. They come and buy them, and it's where they will recognize that I have a talent. And then the Radio Pulpit at that time, they started to sponsor me. They delivered this is the microwave from Radio Pulpit.
Sure.
And the mixer at your back, and also this fridge.
Wow.
And the stove also, and that's all apparatus that are there. It's from Radio Pulpit. So from there I started, and then they were giving me the insurance of these things that they bought me. So I started to look for an insurance at OutSurance, and Radio Pulpit were paying it, not me. Mine was just to bake and support my family with the money. On top of that, they were giving me the money for baking ingredients every month. So that is why I started to wake up and walk tall like a lady, because now that thing that I'm very much poor, I can't make it. I left it at the back, and I was looking forward for my business. And then as I'm going, that contract, I think it's finished at October at 2014. So after it finished, but I was having that warmth of business and baking and selling every day. I was going out to the contract, to selling, whether there's the building constructions, because those people, they can buy. I was making
so those were your clients.
Even now, they are still my clients. I'm baking they are buying for their families. When it's Friday, they come and so they phone on maybe Wednesday or Thursday. They say, Shadi, we are looking for this and this and this, and can you deliver them at least Friday in the afternoon when we go home?
Yeah. So, can you tell us a bit about your business, Shaday Ebenezer Enterprise?
Okay. This Shaday Ebenezer Enterprise is where I started it, because when I was at school at Pop-Up, they told me that you have already sponsored and we want to register a business for you. But in my mind, I said, oh, they're gonna need the name of my business. I said, my name is Shadi. Let me take it to Shaday. Okay, and then Ebenezer is where God took me up to until here. And then enterprise, this means that it's not going to be the baking business only. Like now, I started to cater people. When they are doing the little parties, I can dress the table and do the wrapping of the tent. Yes. And then I just thought that if I can say it's a confectionery, it's gonna bound me. So I can't flourish. I can't even start, and I can't even expand it to another businesses.
Okay. Yeah.
Like now, as I'm thinking, this tent is gonna be for this Shaday Ebenezer Enterprise.
Okay.
Anytime from now, I've already paid the bricks that I'm gonna build in the yard.
Wow.
They can deliver them anytime from now, because I just want to build the house, the kitchen, the big kitchen for this Shaday Ebenezer Enterprise.
Yeah.
And then making, if it can be possible, making the rooms, the rent rooms in the name of Shaday Ebenezer Enterprise.
That's another business.
Catering in the name of Shaday Ebenezer Enterprise.
Yeah.
That's my dream.
Yeah. And how has your life changed ever since this development, really been helping you with your business and all that you went through from the time with your own words, you said you were earning like 700 rand, struggling and so forth. How has your life changed from that Shaday from back then to the Shadi that we now know?
My life changed so much. Like this house, it wasn't like this. If you can look outside, on top of this asbestos is the iron.
Yeah.
Yes. It's where I got money. This money, all of this money comes from Ebenezer Enterprise. And the first time when Lizzie came here, there was no this security wall.
Okay, the fence. Yeah.
Yes. It was only the fence, the wire fence, and everybody was just walking through in the house the way they want. But because of this Shaday Ebenezer and Radio Pulpit, I just want to say to them thank you, because now my house is like what can I say? It's better than before.
Yeah.
And it's like other houses in my street, because now I have security. As I'm speaking now, I did the gates. That gates I think is it's just for, I think it's 7 months back.
Wow.
And then even in my bank, I think it's flourishing. my bank account is shining, because I want to build and to do everything, so that at the end of the day I will say this is the seed of Radio Pulpit. I don't want this seed to die. I want it to grow and to be green always.